Hey everybody, I hope you all had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. As you may know, I launched my first Christian fantasy book titled The Caelon Cycle, The Daughters 3, the cover's behind me. This is part one of a series that follows a family as they deal with being brought into a hidden realm where they find that they were not only were they expected, but they are given gifts to help the people of the realm. It is indeed an exciting journey that pays tribute to both Middle Earth and Narnia, two of my favorite IPs. You can purchase your copy of this first book at Amazon. The link is in the description of this video. And I brought up the book because uh, most books, you tend to generate collector's items and things of that nature, swag, as you call it. And right now we have available t-shirts and sweatshirts that point to this book. It's a marketing thing, but it's also collectors. It helps you to become part of the community of followers of this series. And this video is just that. We're going to unbox or unbag a sweatshirt from our bonfire store. And the description, or excuse me, not the description, but the link to purchase these is in the description as well. I am unboxing, or excuse me, unbagging the hoodie version of that because I love hoodies. The minute I wrote this book, I was like, I got to have a hoodie to go with it. Number one, I just love to wear hoodies. So if I'm going to wear a hoodie, I might as well be marketing my stuff, right? But not only hoodies, there's t-shirts, there's sweatshirts without the hood on them. There's long sleeve t-shirts on there as well, in various colors. But I'm also looking into some more collectible type swag. So please be paying attention to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel for announcements. Possibly, I've already mentioned posters in a previous video. I'm still looking to source those. But once they're available, I will have a way for you to purchase those. Even get them autographed beforehand by both myself and the artist, who is my daughter, by the way, who's an amazing artist. But also, I'm looking into some trading cards. Trading cards are super popular these days. And if you can have a unique new form of trading cards, why not, right? So I'm looking into that as well. But all the links to that will be in the description of this video, but also videos in the future on this channel. So without further ado, let's see the hoodie and discuss the symbols that are on the hoodie. So these are from our Bonfire online store. And if you like making t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that, and you want to make your own little online store, I highly recommend Bonfire. They're not a sponsor of this, but maybe they should be a sponsor of this, right? Maybe I should contact them. So this is the hoodie. It is a really thick but fleecy style hoodie. It is, I'm already in love with this hoodie. The color, I picked the color because I love blue, but also like different shades of blue. So like I said, it's a hoodie. You see it here. And you notice that there are symbols on the hoodie. You have the namesake here, but also we have symbols on it, and they mean something, obviously. So the first one is the sword. Specifically, this is the sword of Caelon, which isn't particularly special. It's a sword, right? It's not like Aragorn's sword in Middle Earth or anything like that, where it has some lore to it. It's just the sword of a soldier, put it that way. Caelon goes into battle using both his sword and an archer's bow when he goes into combat for the people of Edir. Secondly, we have the hammer. This is Maud's hammer in the book. The hammer is both a tool for destruction and for building. Maud must learn that there is a time for both, but will she use it in a way that best glorifies the Maker in helping the people of Edir? You'll have to buy the book and follow the series to find out. The next one is the horn. This is the horn of Emmerich in the book, and it is the horn that is gifted to Toria in the book. It's a mind horn. in that it doesn't just work by blowing air through it like you would any other horn, but this is a horn that you have to use your mind to make it work. So Toria must learn to think wisely before using it. It does have incredible power, but she has to learn to master this tool. Next is the lantern. Um, Lanterns, I particularly I picked out this one particularly because lanterns give off both light and heat, and that can be used for good and for bad. But it can also be used in revealing truth and in teaching. When we illuminate a subject to someone, we're teaching them, we're giving them light, we're illuminating a subject for them. Aileen, one of the characters in the book, has to understand this gift and then master it to be most effective for the help of the Adirians. And then lastly, the last symbol on here is a symbol that represents Christian prayer. This story is a Christian story in that its characters demonstrate characteristics of Christianity, but also the hidden realm has a lot to do with our world and its creator and its savior. People in the book pray. They pray a lot in this book, but especially during times of great need. And then lastly, there is the namesake underneath logo, the Caelon Cycle. No, there's no bicycles or motorcycles in this story. The word cycle is an ancient descriptive word that's to let you know what type of story or the type of writing you're reading. This work is based on many Celtic, Irish, Scottish, English mythologies, and you will find some direct connections to the work in these books that points you back to those works. And that's the point. My intent wasn't to rip them off, or to name them my own, but to point people back to those old stories. And I particularly take interest in this, in these type of stories, because they come from my ancestors. I'm from an Irish North England background, so for me, I take interest in these type of stories, and I want other people to take interest because there's a lot of rich lessons in them. Um, but my intent was never to steal. I wanted to make sure we never lose old stories like this, and to highlight them and to reintroduce them to a new generation. My series is not a direct adaptation, so don't be a gatekeeper, in that, hey, you told this story wrong or you used this thing wrong. No, I'm just trying to highlight it to point people back to those stories. My series is, like I said, is not a direct adaptation. Think of it more of a gumbo, if you would, of many pieces from many mythologies. And lastly, today is, I left my cup over here. Let me grab it. Today is the birthday of J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, Tolkien nerds, such as myself, have a tradition to salute him on his birthday, whether we be in a pub, whether we be in a coffee house or around the table. We raise a glass to toast him, and we say, "The Professor." So, to all my Tolkien nerds out there, I lift my glass with you and say, "The Professor," in remembrance of who he was, right? And all his many wonderful works in the literary genre. Now, all the links that I mentioned in how to help support my writing journey are in the description. Please, if you like this content, this type of video, stay tuned for more, as I have a lot of content I want to put up. I'm trying to produce it now, and I'm looking even for some folks to interview who are along the same line as me, who are a creative, a Christian, and want to get out into that space. Or even if you're a Christian apologist and you like the idea of using the imagination to push forward great truths, just like the professor did. So please, if you are able to give us a helping hand, I would greatly appreciate it. You can subscribe to this channel here by clicking the thumbs up button down there, and sharing this channel, like and share. It's whatever YouTuber says, because it really does help us get seen. You can become a patron of ours on our Patreon page. There is a link in the description below, but it also unlocks more content that we will be producing. Obviously, you can purchase the books. You can get some swag, some T-shirts, maybe some coffee cups in the future. And obviously, those are the best way to help a creative. But by all means, follow me on Facebook for to follow the journey and what's going on. Thank you for watching today. Again, Happy New Year. I pray that your 2024 is blessed. Stay close to Jesus. That's all I'm going to say about 2024. Stay close to Jesus. If you're not close to him, get close to him. Again, thanks for watching. Geek up and nerd on, the professor.